What's good, YouTube? It's Justice I Used to Be Pay, and today I'm back with another video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about how J. Cole suffers from the Cowboys effect. And real quick, make sure you remember to like and subscribe. That helps me out a ton. But J. Cole is one of the greatest rappers of all time, in my opinion. One of the best rappers of the 2010s especially. And he's just been like a big foundation piece of rap and hip hop for the last 15 years almost. No, not 15 years, maybe like 12 years. But he's always kind of been somewhat of a controversial figure when it comes to hip hop fans. You know, most fans do respect Cole and his greatness, but there are a lot of fans who don't. Like, there's a lot of really diehard fans who will tell you J. Cole's the greatest rapper ever, or at least top 3. And there are a lot of people who would say, nah, J. Cole's really not that good. He's really just an overrated, boring, discount version, fake deep version of Kendrick Lamar. And while, of course, Drake and other rappers of his stature have haters, like they all do, with J. Cole fans, it's just a little different. Like, his haters will just straight up tell you that he's trash and he's not good at all. Like, you know, with at least Drake haters or even people who hate on Kanye or Kendrick, they'll be like, yeah, they're pretty good artists, but they just overrated to me. They're really not that good. But with Cole haters, it's different. They're like, this guy is just trash overall. Like, he's never been good and he's not good. And I think this is attributed to J. Cole suffering from the Cowboys effect. And just to put a quick definition on the Cowboys effect is when something or someone has such a crazy fan base that gasses them up so much, people start to actively root against that thing simply because they don't like the fans of that thing, or at least mostly because they don't like the fans of that thing. Other artists who suffer from the Cowboys effect are Taylor Swift, Nicki Minaj, and NBA YoungBoy. And we saw this effect in real time with J. Cole's album 2014 Forest Hills Drive, which is a great album. It's one of the better rap albums of the 2010s, and it was gassed up like crazy by the Cole fans. You know, it went platinum with no features. Everyone knows that little joke, J. Cole went platinum with no features or whatever. And it was just really, really gassed up by the Cole fan base. They were calling him the GOAT, one of the greatest rappers ever, and this project's one of the best pieces of music ever. And as a result, it caused a lot of people to kind of be predisposed to hating on Cole and his music. We saw people call the album overrated, J. Cole's being fake deep again, he's fake woke, he's talking about his crush in high school, like, is this really the music y'all listen to? And a whole bunch of really weird nitpicks that basically I attributed to the fact that people were a little bit annoyed at how wild Cole fans were being at that time, which I think is kind of valid, but again, you can't really judge an artist or judge anything really off of their fan base, but it's only human to hear something get gassed up so much for you to not really want to like that thing. Like, that's just natural. We also saw this with J. Cole's feature recently on the song The Secret Recipe with Yachty, where he goes crazy. Like, the feature's fire. I think most people would agree that the feature's at least really good. But there's a specific bar on there that caught a lot of people's attention. And J. Cole says, my greatest flex is that I made a milli, feel like I'm Bangladesh. Now, this is a really good bar, even a great bar, I might say, because J. Cole is obviously referencing making over $1 million, but also at the same time, he's referencing the Lil Wayne song, A Milli, which was produced by Bangladesh. So, you know, it's a little play on words there, and it's a really clever bar. But Cole fans went crazy with the bar. They said it's one of the greatest of all time. J. Cole is a genius. Nobody else can do stuff like him. And again, as a result, people started to hate simply because of how they saw the fans reacting. So in response, the haters said the bar wasn't even that good. The bar is trash. And, you know, basically was just trying to hate on the bar. It wasn't even that clever. Like, bro, all he had to do was look at the credits for the song and then come up with the bar. He didn't even do anything that special. The bar is buns, which, I mean, like, rap isn't objective, but I would almost say objectively that that's not a bad bar. Like, it's at the very least a clever bar. So I think J. Cole fans start to J. Cole haters start to reach a little bit and kind of become a little delusional with their hate in a way because of how much they're trying to counterbalance the Cole fans gassing him up. Another reason why J. Cole really suffers from the Cowboys effect is because of the way that his fans talk about him and how they brag on him. Because Cole fans will often compare Cole to whoever you say your favorite rapper is, and then they do the whole compare and contrast thing, which everyone does, but they do it in a very specific way that if your favorite artist isn't Kendrick or Drake, if it's not Cole, they're gonna roast you. Like if you say your favorite rapper is Cardi or Uzi and you think they're better than J. Cole, they're going to be like, oh my God, bro. Like you listen to fake rap. They don't even rap for real. Like where are the double entendres? Where's the wordplay? Where is the meaning? Like you just listen to trash music. You listen to garbage music. Or if you say your favorite rapper is Lil Durk or NBA Youngboy or Lil Baby, they'll say, oh my God, you listen to that trash poison music. All they rap about is killing and drugs and women, bro. Like you got to get your mind right. You really got to awaken your mind. Like you listening to that surface level stuff, bro. You got to go deeper. You got to really expand your consciousness. Like you got to really be awake, bro, because this world is dangerous. You got to wake up. Like you get what I'm saying? They'll say stuff like that. And they'll, at the same time, obviously anybody who's arguing about who their favorite artist is and if they're better than your favorite artist, they're going to talk down on your favorite artist, but they talk down on it in a way that makes it sound like you're a worse person for listening to who you listen to and not listening to J. Cole. Like they'll make it sound like you're just dumb for listening to Lil Durk or listening to Lil Uzi Vert. You don't listen to nothing with substance, bro. You just want to rot your mind, bro. J. Cole's really talking about something. That's why his music is different and these dudes are trash. Like it's a very annoying tactic to use when arguing about who the better rapper is. It's just really annoying and nobody wants to hear that you're so much better than them for listening to J. Cole instead of Lil Durk. Like nobody wants to hear that. It's one of the easiest ways to make people not only dislike your favorite artist, but dislike you as well. And I think Cole fans kind of ignore that when they talk about him to a certain extent. So that is also part of the reason as to why J. Cole suffers from the Cowboys effect, because they talk about J. Cole like he's so great, like they're better than you are because they listen to him. And as a result, you kind of start to dislike J. Cole and you kind of start to dislike the fans as well. And this is how and also why J. Cole ends up under a microscope with pretty much everything he does, or gets a lot of scrutiny, like because people are trying so hard to find something wrong with what J. Cole's doing because of how much he gets gassed up. It's kind of similar to how people talk about the Lakers or they talk about the Cowboys. It's very similar to what's happening with J. Cole. And if you look at, let's say, like the Cowboys quarterbacks, their legacies, if you look at like Dak Prescott or Tony Romo, right? Overall, they're good quarterbacks. Like I know, oh, they choke, whatever. They're good quarterbacks, but they do have moments where they choke in big games or whatever, right? And that becomes their legacy is, oh, they choked in big games and they could never get the job done. They were never really that good. They were overrated. They were this, they were that, right? They never really get just called in general good quarterbacks or good franchise quarterbacks. They never get that because of who they played for. They played for the Cowboys. If you fail with the Cowboys, everyone's watching you. That's just the truth. But if you fail and you play for the Vikings or you play for the Falcons, people will be like, he plays for the Falcons. Maybe the defense could have did this. But if you're a Cowboys quarterback, it's, oh my God, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a mountain out of a molehill every time you do something wrong. Like if any other quarterback plays bad, they catch a cold. If a Cowboys quarterback plays bad, they catch pneumonia. It's just a very different thing when you play for a franchise like the Cowboys. But it also works on the other end, because if you're a Cowboys quarterback and you're playing great and they're winning games and they get to the Super Bowl, now you're one of the best quarterbacks ever. You're a Hall of Famer. You're a GOAT. You're Troy Aikman, who is very overrated. You're one of the best quarterbacks ever. But I mean, in reality, you were solid, but you won with the Cowboys. So it makes it that much different. So it's a game of extremes. And that's kind of what it is with J. Cole. And obviously J. Cole ranks way higher relatively to his sport than Dak and Tony Romo. J. Cole's a lot higher on that greatest of all time list. But it's a similar concept. And that's why when you see something like KOD from Cole, which is a project that not a lot of people agree on, a lot of people don't really like, it's heavily scrutinized, it's trash, it's this, it's that. But with other artists, they get, at least one or two passes when it comes to having projects that aren't the best. But overall, that's just what I wanted to talk about today. I've been seeing this reoccurring a lot, and I just wanted to put it in a way that nobody else had put it. Of course, people had talked about the hate J. Cole got, but I don't think anybody had put it in the way that I just did. And I thought it was an interesting spin on the conversation, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe this video is going to be super boring and everyone hates it and I'm an idiot and people are going to leave hate comments. I don't know. But if you like this video, if you made it this far, please leave a like, leave a subscribe. Please leave a like. It helps me out a ton. But I want to just say thank you so much if you made it this far. I greatly appreciate you. Have a good day. Have a blessed day. Be safe. Peace.